Bears possess remarkable intelligence, yet regrettably, they don't always receive the treatment they deserve. This holds particularly true for the 4 bears that endured 20 years of captivity in cages. Stay with us to uncover their story. It's the untold tale of 4 bears confined for 2 decades. Witness the transformation when they are finally liberated. Today, we bring you a strikingly similar story about 5 moon bears. However, before delving into the details of the 4 bears story, let's explore this parallel account. 5 moon bears. Bears are fascinating creatures, aren't they? Unfortunately, they aren't always treated as the majestic beings they are. Bile bears, also known as battery bears, are held captive for their bile, a digestive fluid stored in the gallbladder. This bile is valued in traditional Asian medicine. Around 12,000 bears are bile farmed in China, South Korea, Laos, Vietnam, and Myanmar. Demand for bile exists in these countries, as well as others like Malaysia and Japan. Although Vietnam banned bile farms in 1992, bears are still trapped and confined in illegal farms, where their bile is painfully extracted using invasive methods. A legal loophole allows farmers to keep these bears as pets. Driven by the belief in the medicinal properties of bear bile, the farming process involves inserting crude catheters into the bear's abdomen and gallbladder, causing excruciating pain. This torture is repeated twice daily, leading to numerous deaths in recent years. The animals are routinely drugged and restrained for bile harvesters to collect liquid from their gallbladders using unsterilized needles. The procedure for extracting bile from the animals varies from country to country and is often unregulated. In Vietnam, the most common technique involves knocking the bear out with a powerful tranquilizer each month before inserting a large syringe or catheter deep into the bear's gallbladder to extract the fluid. In South Korea, where it is legal to breed bears and slaughter them at 10 years of age for the sole purpose of extracting bile, the mammals are bred and caged for their entire lives before being killed. The bile is then extracted, or the gallbladder is harvested. In China, where it is also legal to own a captive bear and extract its bile, the most common technique involves farmers luring the animals into cramped cages where they can barely move. Before piercing through the bear's abdominal wall into the gallbladder to create a permanent hole, the animal suffers immensely from extreme pain, and the wounds could cause infection. 5 moon bears named Lebron, Kim, MyStar, and Mekong were detained in rusty cages in the small southern town of Mae Tho in Vietnam. They were forced to endure constant and agonizing procedures to have bile extracted from their gallbladders for 21 years. The digestive juice contained a prized ingredient in traditional Chinese medicine, an industry worth 1.5 billion pounds. The bile is turned into powders, ointments, and capsules, and it has been suggested that the product can ease pain from liver disease and damage. In China, bear bile is also used as an aphrodisiac or to help cure hangovers. Aside from medicinal purposes, the fluid is used for entertainment purposes and is consumed to demonstrate affluence. In recent years, it has also been added to various lifestyle and beauty products such as energy drinks, toothpaste, and shampoo. The Hong Kong-based nonprofit Animals Asia carried out the rescue in August 2018. They freed the bears from concrete cells with rusted bars where they had been kept for over 2 decades. Animals Asia has been fighting bear farming in Asia for over 21 years. They have rescued over 500 bears in China and Vietnam since the organization's inception. Rescuers either use honey or calmly coax the animals out of their pens into a transport cage, or they dart them and use stretchers to move them to the removal truck if they are unwilling to move. Unfortunately, many are starved, dehydrated, wounded, and psychologically scared when they are rescued. Video footage released by Animals Asia shows one of the captive moon bears roaming in one of the cages moments before being freed. Other pictures from the 6-hour rescue operation depict the bears receiving medical examinations before being moved onto a large transport truck. Doctors and veterinarians medically assessed the bears and took blood, hair, faces, and urine samples from them. The bears were found to be suffering from tooth decay and joint pain, which were attributed to a poor diet and biting their cage bars in frustration. They hadn't received proper nutrition and medical attention over the past 2 decades. The bears embarked on a 1,000-mile journey from Tiangang province to a rescue center in Tom Down National Park. By 2017, around 1,200 bears were captive in Vietnam, a significant drop from over 4,000 in 2005, confined in over 400 bear farms nationwide. Some bear farm owners still resist releasing their bears, viewing them as commodities. Nonetheless, positive developments are emerging as others willingly contribute bears to the rescue campaign led by activists. Growing awareness of animal protection and welfare in Asia is urging authorities to close bear farms and enact regulations. The trade of bile extracted from live bears has been dwindling. Despite Vietnam banning commercial bear bile extraction in 2005, the issue persists more than a decade later. Animals Asia holds an exclusive agreement with the Vietnamese government to close all bile farms and free the remaining 400 captive bears by 2022. The 5 bears are now liberated from their cages, forever escaping the suffering behind bars. A fresh life awaits these innocent bears, granting them the freedoms they were unjustly denied for so long. Remember to click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories worldwide. On sunny days, visiting a zoo with friends or family is a great idea to appreciate the diverse wildlife. The vast array of species showcases the beauty of our planet. When the weather is warm and you're seeking an enjoyable activity, a trip to the zoo is a delightful choice. However, not all zoos offer the same experience. Not all are sources of joy. Stay tuned to uncover the untold story of 4 bears caged for 2 decades. Watch their transformation upon freedom. Zoos provide an opportunity to witness our beloved animals up close and enjoy their charming behaviors. Yet it's essential to remember they aren't solely here for our amusement. Regrettably, some people overlook this, and not all zoos are managed as they should be. A roadside zoo in Pennsylvania, USA, appeared as a source of entertainment for all ages to witness animals up close. The reality was much bleaker. It resembled an animal prison. Behind rusty old cages were 4 bears named Bruno, Fifi, Pocahontas, and Marcia. Uncomfortable conditions worsened due to the lack of shade, shelter, or water for swimming and cooling off. They had only a rickety doghouse for nighttime protection and were denied their natural hibernation cycle. Beyond the cages, they were subjected to cruel circus acts, with trainers placing masks and ropes on them, then forcing them to perform in front of the public. PETA uncovered these bears when they learned the owner intended to sell them. Bruno, Fifi, Pocahontas, and Marcia suffered from serious health issues, spending their days pacing and trembling in their cages, displaying signs of severe mental distress. After assessing their health, PETA enlisted a bear expert to evaluate their suitability for travel. Although the expert approved, due to their advanced ages and safety considerations, 2 veterinarians accompanied them on their journey to their new home at Colorado's Wild Animal Sanctuary. After a 24-hour journey, they were finally freed from their cages, experiencing their first taste of freedom. The looks on their faces were unforgettable, a moment cherished by all who witnessed it. Upon reaching the sanctuary, Bruno, Pocahontas, and Marcia were cautious as the cage doors opened. However, bold Fifi immediately went for a dip, followed by Bruno and Marcia. This was likely their first chance to swim in decades. The 4 bears needed time to adjust and spend about a week in larger temporary enclosures before accessing their spacious permanent habitats. Their new life contrasts starkly with the years of performing tricks. Marcia's past included ads for Burger King and Poland spring water, despite repeated violations of the Federal Animal Welfare Act at the zoo. Now Bruno, Fifi, Pocahontas, and Marcia enjoy acres of grass, swimming holes, and essential veterinary care. No longer confined individually to tiny, deteriorating doghouses, they live in social groups and make choices about their activities, even having their own underground dens. It's disheartening that many still condone such harsh living conditions for animals. Fortunately, both stories end on a positive note. What are your thoughts on animals being confined in zoos and cages? Feel free to express your opinions in the comments section. Thank you.